I'm not happy with you, Mr. Johnson. You're on bond in this case, and now you've picked up a felony case. The only thing I asked you to do, behave yourself. Don't pick up any new cases. And now, Morgan, what has Mr. Johnson picked up?
Unauthorized possession of a catalytic converter.
Wow.
The defendant failed to stop and engaged officers in a 13-mile pursuit. When officers made contact, they observed the defendant step out of the driver's side of the vehicle, and the officers observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, red glassy eyes, and unsteadiness. The defendant admitted to drinking a bottle of wine and taking a Zoloft. During search of the vehicle, the officers found an empty bottle of wine and a Sonic cup that contained a liquid smelling of alcohol.
Alcohol in the car?
Yes, Judge. And the defendant refused standard field sobriety test. DIC was read, and the defendant refused breath. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
The only thing I do know is that September of 23, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. December 1st, 23, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. 5/29/24, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. 11/23/24, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon and a terroristic threat of a family or household member. You now, with us, are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Again, and again, and again, and again, Mr. Woods. 8/14/23, assault of a family member. 6/9/24, violation of protective order, assault bodily injury. Another assault bodily injury. February of 24, assault of a pregnant person, for which you're on deferred now, and now you've picked up another. You now stand charged with criminal mischief. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases, all in a matter of months. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, Mr. Woods. But I want you to understand that if you come back here and try to tell me that you test positive again because of makeup, that kind of excuse is such that every single person who puts makeup on gets intoxicated. Really? So if you come up here while you're on this probation and you test positive for alcohol, it tells me that you have a problem. And I'm giving you fair warning now that you will go into a rehab facility. I can amend the conditions to put you in a lockdown rehab facility for at a minimum 9 months to 10 months if you respond well to treatment. I will accept it, but I'm telling you now, if you test positive for whatever it may be, get ready.
Holding on the consideration of this matter until he returns on Tuesday of next week. So
I'm sorry, Ben, I can't. I have to know. You have to know that we mean business. I'm not here to toy with you and play games with you. Know what the expectation is in this court. You've been with me for as long as we've had. You're over there.
Because I have a cold, you're on cold weather. I apologize. So can I please speak on the breathalyzer?
No. You know what the
week.
expectation is. You have 19 missed tests. That's it. I'm sorry, Ben, I can't. You're here in his stead. You're a capable and outstanding lawyer. I have the utmost respect for you, but 19 missed tests are 19 missed tests. And I've been telling him since the absolute beginning, there's just no tolerance.
Please.
No.
And
It's you.
but to his credit, Your Honor, we have no positive UAs. He's been here on weekly UAs, so there's no indication that he's using this to obfuscate for alcohol.
I go to sleep early, man.
Test, and he is blowing outside the window, so we don't know what he's doing.
My God, sir, I go to sleep at 8 o'clock every night, sir. It's just the 10 o'clock ones, and I get my 5 o'clock one first thing in the morning, Your Honor.
Then you come here and you ask.
Oh, they just told me about this last week in pre-trial over there, and they said that I
What's
had
with
the 45-day miss.
You have 19 missed blows, dude. Covering the camera.
Please, Honor, I will do
Accept them.
anything. I'll even go on that drug ankle monitor. I'll do anything, Your Honor. I'm really trying here. I swear to God, I will do anything you want me to do if you just please let me stay free. I swear to God, Your Honor, I'm really trying here. Please, Your Honor, it's just I don't even drink.
From the 15th of November, you have been skipping tests. You have been to this court.
I go to sleep at 10 o'clock, and I still did the ones later on when I would wake up, and they told me this just last week, Your Honor. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love.
You know
Please give me a chance, Your Honor.
testing schedule is, and I've given you one
I started
pass
on-
after the other. He goes with you. No,
Oh my God.
Your Honor, may we discuss setting a new bond for
of course.
Oh my gosh. Your Honor. Why? Please, I'm trying here. I'm trying to do everything.
Goes with you.
Oh my gosh.
Bond is at 5,001 now because of the prior violations. I'll now set it at 10,002. I'm sorry, Ben, but he's tested positive literally over and over and over. He continues to test positive. I'm not going to continue to play this game with you. Mr. Castro, I'm not doing this again.
Sir.
Look at me.
Sir.
I have people that continue to come back over and over and over, and all they, I want you to look at me, because this is going to be a life-changing moment for you right now. They keep coming back. They keep pleading guilty. They keep coming back. They keep pleading guilty. And it's a revolving door. The door stops today. Do you understand? If you are unable to not pick up cases, then we are going to delve deep next time as to why it continues to happen. If that means putting you in a rehab facility, in a dual diagnosis residential facility for figuring out mentally why these things keep happening, then so be it. The door stops today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you understand, Mr. Castro? I know you well. And in the last 2 to 3 years, we're working at least. Since you and I have been together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stops today. If you are unable to exercise self-control, we are going to dance a lot together next time. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hear me loud and hear me clear, Mr. Castro, because I'm not doing this again.
Yes, sir.
We will have issues next time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You now stand charged with theft. You failed to do it. You didn't do it. There are consequences for action, dude.
I went. I just couldn't go.
Was there, he just couldn't.
I stayed till 5 o'clock.
They give you water. There's no reason why you can't go. I had a lady the other day, she had 5 bottles of water to be able to go. She was there for 4 hours. There's no reason why you can't.
I asked for water. They told me there's a water fountain that didn't really work on the 5th floor.
Arispe, come up. You now have picked up a new case, Mr. Arispe. You now stand charged with terroristic threat or a family or a household member. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Officer was dispatched to a residence in response to a family disturbance. The complainant, the defendant's stepmother, stated that the defendant was upset because he was owed money. The defendant told other members of the complainant's family, if they don't have my money by tonight, I'm going to kill them, as well as I'm going to send my people to shoot them up. The defendant also told the complainant directly, if you don't have my money by tonight, you are going to see. A family member of the defendant and complainant stated that he had seen the defendant walking around with a pistol in his pocket, and the complainant knows that the defendant owned several rifles as well.
You were on bond for unlawful carrying of a weapon. Did we order him not to have one?
Yes, Judge.
Regardless, you picked up a new case. What happens now is I'm going to revoke your bond in the first place and you will stay with me. I will appoint you a lawyer today, Mr. Arispe, so we can talk about how to go forward, but I am ordering you now not to have any contact with these people. Do you understand? And I'm going to tell you, you pick up a third case, I'm going to go bonkers on the bonds. Do you understand? I'm going to do everything in my power to protect this public at all cost. All right, goes with you.
I think they described his behavior as
Threatening.
well, I didn't get threatening, but
I got threatening. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to have you and I'm not going to stand for your threatening anyone in this court at any time. That is, every part of this is an extension of us. I don't care where you're going. I don't care what building you're in, whether you're in pretrial services, whether you're taking a drug test. It's unacceptable and I'm revoking your bond. And he now goes with you.
if I can, Judge, I don't believe there has been actually any evidence presented to warrant a
Hold
bond
on, Stephen.
revocation.
She told me yesterday that there had been multiple threats.
So, all right, to circle back, there's a couple things. In speaking with pretrial, I have not received any information about threats. I've received information about cursing and rude behavior.
Yes, Judge.
Don't
There was
speak.
no like threat of like harm or anything like that. It was just more so attitude. He was making people in our office a little bit uncomfortable just with his demeanor and the things that he was saying, but none of it, to my knowledge, has been anything, putting anyone in danger, threatening danger, anything of that sort.
This is where I
You
want.
have an open criminal case. You're to be humble and contrite. And when you're not, and when you're threatening, abusive, harassing, I'm going to take care of you and I will light you up like a damn Christmas tree. Do you understand? It is unacceptable, the behavior that you have displayed here with myself, with pretrial, with the people down over there. And if you don't straighten up and fly right, I'm going to be all over you. Do you understand? One false move again. This is not supposed to be a happy time for you. And I don't know what I need to do to get your attention. But next time, I will classify you as a danger, revoke your bond, and make it so high you will have teeth falling out. Do you understand? All I know is this is your third bond violation. I'm not happy with you, Mr. McCollum.
Judge, I saw that I don't think it turned back on at all from what I'm seeing on my end. But whenever he did report yesterday to have the device inspected, and they did just tell me that he did receive a new charger and new device.
When did it die? What's
It
the
died on
date?
14th.
So from the 14th to today, when he got it back on, it's been dead?
He got it on yesterday, Judge.
Yes.
Well, it was on
To
yesterday.
the 17th. It's been dead for 3 days.
It was on yesterday. They called me yesterday and told me to go to pretrial and check out because
Your
they gave me.
device has been dead since December 14th.
I was
and-
unaware of that, sir. I never knew they didn't give me no text or nothing. I was unaware of picking this charger. They gave me a new charger
Judge, with all due respect, he went there on Monday. They gave him a new charger and a new device. So it seems to me that it's a technical issue. So Judge,
You're supposed to charge it on a daily basis. Am I,
Even in the pre-trial, they charged it and they seen that it was charging, but it was still something messed up with the charger. So they gave me a whole new thing again.
how often is he supposed to charge it?
I think they're advised to charge once a day for at least an hour.
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, Hunter. He goes with you. No. This is a third violation, Mr. McCollum. It's not going to continue to happen.
Judge, with all due respect,
That's with you.
this is a technical violation. He shouldn't have to go into custody.
It's a third violation, Hunter.
Second, sir.
Judge,
Second.
it's
the first
clearly,
time.
just please stop talking. Let me talk. Judge, it's clearly that there was an equipment issue. Otherwise, they wouldn't have replaced the equipment. So I don't see how.
It'd be an excuse, Hunter. The minute you have an issue, you're supposed to go get it serviced, not 3 days later. This is a third stop. This is a third violation. And I told you the last time when you were here with the baby that there was absolutely no tolerance, that you were supposed to live to the conditions. 100. It's been dead for 3 days.
I was unaware of that, sir. So when they called me
Goes with you. Sorry, I'm not going to entertain excuses. It's zero
I'm not
tolerance.
giving you an excuse, sir. They gave me a new charger and a new monitor.
Judge.
It's not like I didn't mess up anything. As soon as they called me, I
Come on, talk to your attorney. Judge, would you allow me to escort him up to felony court so that he can go take his plea today?
The officer located 3 open Modelo bottles in the bed of the defendant's vehicle. And the witness stated the defendant removed the bottles from inside the motor vehicle and
Drinking
in the bed.
while driving? Really?
The defendant would not comment on whether he was drinking, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 2 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to arrest. The results were 0.141 and 0.139.
Mr. Perez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
No, sir.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
No, sir. Sin permiso.
With or without
Sin
permission in this country?
este país.
No.
No, sir.
¿Estás aquí con permiso o sin permiso?
No, I'm here without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
A la cárcel.
¿Cómo? ¿Me puede arrestar migración?
Immigration could arrest me. Correcto.
I would hope that you would recognize it's freaking elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. And I'm going to tell you now that it is a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get. The fact that there's an open container. And I will tell you now, if you were to do 5 days, immigration will get their clutches on you and you will be stuck in custody until the case is over with and then shipped off to immigration, where you will sit for another 6 to 9 months. And if you don't believe me, ask Mr. Santana. Ask him how many clients he has represented over the years that have sat in immigration custody and how long they will sit there until immigration does whatever they're going to do. I'm going to put a whole host of conditions on you now. And if I find that you are a danger to my public, if I find that you violate any of these conditions, I'm going to light you up like a freaking Christmas tree. I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, and if you're unlucky enough, you will be there for a very long time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The first thing I'm telling you now is you are not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive, and I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care where you got to go. I don't care what you got to do. If Jesus comes down from heaven and needs a ride to church, you get into a car and drive. Get ready.
Oh
yeah, Judge Fleischer, he's the man.